participating, and thank you for coming. Thank you everyone. Welcome everyone. Again, we continue to follow the teaching, our greatest teacher, Bodhisattva and Guru Masamo, all the lineage masters, and that's what really we're following. Again, for that reason, we should activate it. Again, our beautiful motivation. There is a very famous tantra known as Dzogchen, pick of the Vajra tantra. In that teaching said, you should concentrate all your conceptions on one point, listen very beautifully to the teaching, and otherwise, if we carried by the force of the laziness and the slothfulness, then even the Buddha Vajrasattvas and Buddha's Bodhisattva hard to bless to us. That's what in the teaching said. So therefore, people, this is not just that, but really always in the teaching said, the concentration, bring all the intention forward, beautiful, in one direction and focus on the teachings. That is not just what I'm doing now, but always in the teaching and the practices, the meditating, all that what we need to do, to concentrate. And all the conceptions are taught, generally there is so many conceptions, we all know. So many numbers, there is even no numbers. But however, we put that all together as a gracious teacher, Bodhisattva did, all those conceptions can summarize into three conceptions. Positive conceptions, negative conceptions, neutral conceptions. And then what is negative conceptions? Negative emotions. That is negative emotions carried by the force of the self-important thought, greedy emotions such as anger, attachment, jealous, hatred thought, and arrogance, skepticals, doubt, and hesitations. Those are all known as negative emotions. They are, why it's called negative emotions, as we all know, you know too, because it is not good for now, is not good for the future. They are the cause of samsara. They are the really samsara, root of samsara. Samsara is not coming from outside and overloaded to us. We created it, we saturated it, we maintained, we carried that. That's why it's negative emotions, negative thought. Definitely, when we practice and meditate and reflect the teaching or studying, contemplating, no room trying to scale with that. And that take away, kick out, completely kick out. Whatever the techniques, anti-thought we use. And then neutral thought. What is the second? It's neutral thought. Neutral thought is not positive, nor negatives. It's kind of neutral. Just thinking of how beautiful sun shines, or weather, or the snows, or the kind of, just a regular kind of conceptual thought, nothing but big things. That negative thought, also in the teaching said, trying to not have that, or that sort of not negative. That neutral thought should not have also trying to change that to the positive thought. Why is that neutral thought? It has a dullness thought. That means it's rooted in ignorance. It's not brightness, it's dull. Dull and ignorance. Change that. And now to the positive. Positive thought, what is? Positive thought, joy and appreciations. And the opposite of all those negative thoughts is the positives. So that is positive. And the positive thoughts also can be kind of divided into three groups. Many of you already know that. Those are known as the three intentions of the three individuals. Not the individual, three types of the beings, or the three types of the human beings who have three different intentions, three different types of the thoughts. Those are in a very famous teaching of the great master Atishas. Those are called the three practices, three teachings, or three types of them. Those are known as the small types of the individuals. And I'm sure you know more better translation things that is very famous. Three types of the. So this first one is the small types of the individuals. Second is the mediocre types of the individuals. And third is bigger types of the higher types of the individuals or personas. Those is not the size of the different individual out appearing, but their inner attitude, of course, mental. All is positives, quite good, but there is three different types of that. And the first one is, the small one is, even we are interested in the Dharma and practice meditation, but it's only for the kind of temporary purposes, to kind of help and support, to kind of some degree fulfillment in these lives, or to some degree of the achievement our kind of need is for the time being, because maybe kind of believed and understood or practice Dharma and practice or to have the strong devotion connection to Buddha Dharma Sangha will help to fulfill those goals. And so kind of thinking of those thoughts and practicing and taking refuge, whatever it is, those are known as small steps of the individuals. Medium yoga individuals are now is medium, and that is then see that all the samsara situation is not really good. There's so many difficulties, troubles. I like to leave this samsara. Or I should say really that small individual thought had attitude and kind of like I like to be. I like to be in the human world. I like to be upper three realms, such as human realms, asura realms, god realms also. So I just like to could do maybe practice and meditate or do something good karma. That will take the rebirth in the higher realms of the three, such as the human, asura, or the gods realms. Kind of having those thoughts and a belief and a trust in the Dharma and the practice. Those are the small medium thoughts. And then small thoughts. And the medium thoughts, individual types, are known as then is they see all the samsara as troubles, difficulties, challenges, no matter wherever you are. Whether it is the upper realm, whether it is the lower realm, all is samsara. There's so many challenges and difficulties. Is saturated by all those difficulty, troubles, those sufferings and challenges. Challenges that I like to leave the samsara. I don't like to be in the samsara. I like to get out of the samsara, and thinking of that, doing the practice, practicing, meditating. Those are the mediocre of the individuals. Those are in the teaching of Rinpoche, such as the Shravaka yanas and the Partik Buddha yanas. Those are named as the mediocre. They are very excellent realization with the egolessness status, and they give up the emotions and all. They removed all the negative emotions, and they got the realization of the emptiness of the egolessness, and they defeated all the negative emotions, and therefore they reached the Arhata Buddha, and those are the mediocre individuals. And then higher capability is the Mahayana practitioners. They're thinking not just only this, that I like to leave the samsara, but I like to stay in the samsara and like to benefit for all the living beings. As long as samsara existed, I like to help. Through their courage, the commitment, and the immense, profound compassion, wisdom, they have the strong courage and commitment. And see that. And for that reason, I like to also practice and get enlightenment and benefit for all living beings. Really have a big, enormous vision and goal, courage and commitment. That is known as higher individuals. Those are the Mahayana practices. Among the Mahayana practices, what we practice now is Dzogchen meditations. Dzogchen practices. What always in the teaching mentioned. And within the Mahayana, Dzogchen, or the Vajrayana, for example, Mahayana can be divided, not can be, it is divided into two groups, such as causal Mahayana or causal yanas, not Mahayana, causal yanas and result yanas. Or can say causal Mahayana, result Mahayana. Causal Mahayana is the Sutra Mahayanas. Result Mahayana is the Vajrayana Mahayanas. Both are Mahayanas. But within that, what is the difference? Difference is the techniques and the skills and the methods. That is really different. Vajrayana has more skills, more methods to wrap up, get enlightenment. That means to purify the negative emotions and obscurations faster and quickly. Those are not, therefore, is called the Vajrayana teachings. And within this Mahayana practice, what sometimes those great masters divided, all same goal is the same, to reach enlightenment, to benefit all living beings, is the same. There is no difference there. But within that in Sutra Mahayana is called long distantly achieving enlightenment. Is longer. And then outer tantras, and as well as even inner tantra. Tantra until the Dzogchen is called shortcut, get enlightenment. Short path to get enlightenment. And that. And then Dzogchen teaching is named Nyulam, speedily enlightenment. Nyulam. So but in the Tibetan word, Ringlam, Nyelam, and Nyulam. 3 types of the enlightenment. 3 techniques to reach the enlightenment. Even we had same goals, same thing. But this time we are all practitioners, Dzogchen practitioners, Mahayana practitioners, Dzogchen practitioners. What is needed is the immense power of the compassion and the Bodhisattva thought in the heart and mind. That's what always in the teaching said, activate your Bodhisattva. First is joy and appreciations. Second is then activated Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is named always in the teaching, what vastness motivation of the Bodhisattva. Vastness. What our Bodhisattva is has no boundaries to all the beings. And all living beings has also no boundaries. It's vastness. Bodhisattva match up with as many as beings are existing. That much beings. Keep the courage and the commitment, confidence to preserve that Bodhisattva and helping beings, all beings. So this Bodhisattva is again, this intention is so important. And all our practice, meditation, and listening or receiving the teachings, and reporting the teachings, and we combine it with the Bodhisattva, all become so powerful. Really told, powerful way to get enlightenment. When we get enlightenment or when we progress in the path, that means underneath, behind the scene, we purify obscurations. What are obscurations? Negative emotions, anger, attachment, jealous, hatred thought, resentments, and all and ignorance. Really purifying. That is why we increase our realization, understand. And what is the increase in the realization? Or the joy, appreciation, bodhicitta, compassion, respect and appreciation to each others, or within the families, within the Sangha members, within the groups, all others, and more passion, more tolerance. Those are the sign, nugget sign of the realization and the fulfillment by practice. To compare what we are before, what used to be, and what we are now. And we see some difference of some of those joy and appreciation and patience and compassion. Really, you will see that. That means our practice is going on the right directions. Really, we're fulfilling the goals. And somehow, even we receive so many teachings, the practice, all high teachings, but our emotions and all that even looks like more stronger than before. And that can continue to carry that way. Then our practice is not going the right directions. Therefore, we have to re-strengthen our joy, appreciation, bodhicitta, and the devotions. Reactivate it. kind of reactivate, repression our practice, our meditation and practice, our intentions. We need. Really, this is what in the teaching said. So therefore, with all those beautiful intentions and thought, and then kind of have the beautiful motivations. Along with this motivation, and then Vajrayana teaching often said, what we heard, often said, three kaya states. Again, this is not just saying that thing. Reality is a three kaya state. The whole universe is already in a three kaya status. Object is in three kaya, and subject is in three kaya. Everyone is in a three kaya status. Three kaya. Reactivated that. Not that carry the force of duality and kind of cover up that. Activated those things. With those thoughts, and now we follow with it again on this teaching. This is the Dzogchen teaching. And the Dzogchen teaching